Red carpet, I have another chief guest, Mr. Anoop Antony Joseph, working as part of official chief archives of PM Narendra Modi and policy analyst and author and a BJP leader. Hi, sir. Good morning. How are you?
All good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. So, being a policy analyst, നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലുള്ള നിലവിലെ നമ്മുടെ ഗവൺമെൻറ് പോളിസികൾ, അതായത് നമ്മുടെ ഒരൊറ്റ ലക്ഷ്യമാണ്. എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഇപ്പോൾ നരേന്ദ്രമോദി പ്രധാനമന്ത്രി പറഞ്ഞ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യം 2047 എന്ന് പറയുന്നൊരു ഇയർ ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നമ്മൾ വികസിത രാജ്യമായി മാറുക എന്നതാണ്. സോ ആ ഒരു ട്രാൻസ്ഫോർമേഷന് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള പോളിസികൾ രാജ്യത്തുണ്ടാവുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇത് യഥാർത്ഥ രീതിയിൽ നടപ്പിലാക്കപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്നതാണ് ചോദ്യം. വാട്ട് അബൌട്ട് ദാറ്റ്?
തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും. കാരണം ഇതിനെ ഒരു പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ സ്ലോഗനായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കാണരുത്. പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ രാഷ്ട്രീയത്തിൽ പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ സ്ലോഗൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പം ഡെവലപ്ഡ് ഇന്ത്യ 2047, വികസിത ഭാരതം 2047 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, സോ മെനി ടൈംസ് വി ടേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ആസ് എ പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ സ്ലോഗൻ. ബട്ട് ഐ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് പീപ്പിൾ and all the stakeholders, every Indian is a stakeholder, to achieve this target of 2047. In 2047, India is going to be 100 years of its independence. So we need to keep some target for us as a nation. നമുക്കറിയാം, ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ആണെങ്കിൽ പോലും, ഒരു ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീങ് ആണെങ്കിൽ പോലും ഒരു ടാർഗറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. So similarly, a nation needs to have a target. So 2047 is going to be a target in which India is going to be a developed nation. We know across the world there are several developed nations, including the United States or maybe the European countries, Japan. So this is time for India to be the leader of the world and become a developed nation. And India is going to be the largest population also. It is already the largest population with 1.5 billion people. It is not a small number. In that, Kerala is also significant. We also have a sizable number of population. We have a sizable amount of landmass. We contribute to the economy like any other state in this country. So in a policy perspective, we have laid out certain path, certain strategy to achieve this target of how to become the developed nation by 2047. There are several things for it. For example, when we compare it with US or China, it's an ambitious target. I many times compare it with the industrial revolution of Europe. So it's an ambitious target that we are going to achieve in next 25 years. But we need to identify in a strategic manner, as a policy analyst, we need to identify the springboards on which which will help us to achieve this. For example, for US, if it was technology, or maybe for China if it was manufacturing, what it is for us. Many people say it is going to be human capital, it is going to be a knowledge economy. So we need to set our priorities right. What are the springboards on which we are going to make this leap and achieve these targets? We need to know that. Specifically when coming to Kerala, see, on a policy perspective, every part of the country has got equal responsibility and equal opportunity to be part of this this target of 2047. Kerala, with we got a literacy, I used to compare it with South Korea. South Korea is a developed nation today, but in 1950s or 60s, when the literacy rate in Kerala was 75% at that time itself, South Korea, which was at 30 or 40% of literacy, today where is South Korea? So we need to have such kind of ambitions. We need to be ambitious.
So there is no doubt that we have people who are there to design best policy for the country. But when it comes to the implementation of the policy, there lies the problem. Policies are there, but when it comes to implementation, it doesn't work. What about that?
No, I differ. I won't agree completely to what you said. For example, today, India is the role model of a digital economy. India has got 40% of the world's share of digital transactions. How did it happen? Just because the government took out a policy for digital economy. First, it linked all the Aadhaar to the mobile number. Then it opened a bank account for every common man. They were, I don't want to name them, but they were political leaders who were mocking the India's ambition of becoming a digital economy. You remember it. They were asking in the parliament itself, how can a common man, a vegetable seller, going to have a that machine, the card swiping machine. But see today, with a small QR code, ordinary man, and it has become the role model for the world. Australia is imbibing India's model. Singapore is imbibing India's model. UAE is learning from us. So we set a policy. That policy was formulated starting from 2014 when Narendra Modi came to power. He put out a policy saying that we need to have bank accounts for everyone. We need to have a digital economy. We need to have a digital infrastructure. He brought out a policy called Jam Trinity, Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and Mobile. Didn't it work?
Yeah. Yeah,
So there are many examples.
that's true. But on the other side, there are people who are still below the poverty line. And what about that? To abolish all the poverty of the country.
I agree to that also. See, India was, we all remember it. Again, there was a political slogan called Garibi Hatao for many decades. But when Narendra Modi came to power, we never went in the way of carrying on that political slogan of Garibi Hatao. For us, yes, there was a policy to reduce the poverty rate. And I'm happy to say that in the last 10 years, the people living under below poverty line has reduced to 13%. It was 27-28% in 2014. It reduced to 13%. That is because of a comprehensive policy. And that policy worked. And this is the best example to say because I have the figures with me. Everyone has got the figures with them that the policy, the people living under below poverty line reduced from 27 to 13%. How did it happen? Because of a policy. So the policy worked. Yes, I agree to this. There is a glass, half is empty, half is full. But again, we have to see that full part. Many good things are happening in the country. Many policies are getting successful. And without these successes, we can't reach 2047 as a developed country. So, like you rightly said, we still have got several problems. We still have got people who doesn't have a house, people who doesn't have a toilet, who doesn't have drinking water, who doesn't have a gas connection, who doesn't have electricity. We need to set the priorities right. In the last 10 years, Narendra Modi, whatever scheme he has launched, including the Ujjwala Yojana for gas connection or Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for the housing, the target is to have a basic facility for every human being and a basic income level and basic lifestyle for everyone. That is the whole ambition of becoming a developed nation.
So those are your perspectives. And what about the conclave? Here we have a lot of other people who are from different sectors, and you all are joining here and you are discussing about this particular topic. What about these kind of conclaves?
See, such kind of conclave should happen very often, and I congratulate 24 News for conducting this, because in such platforms, people, they can brainstorm, they can do loud thinking on ideas, which can help, which can contribute to the whole comprehensive policy or the comprehensive plan or the comprehensive strategy of the nation. So ideas can come from these conclaves. So I wish more such conclaves happen in states like Kerala, and I congratulate 24 News for taking this initiative.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
the
much.
best.